Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your
pizzas. We need 2 big pizzas, man. Everything on them.
Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by Printique, aka where I go when I want to order big ass metal prints and photo books. Now here's a fun fact. I ordered my first photo book from Printique 15 years ago, which is a whole year before I launched FroKnowsPhoto.com.
Hello?
To say I love printing my own photo books would be an understatement. Here's my custom photo book wall over at my house. Yep, each one of those books was printed by Printique on real photographic paper, not some cheap, crappy looking copy machine print. And here's a look at some of the big ass metal prints at my house. Big? Yep. Each print is 4 feet by 6 feet, but don't worry, Printique can print as small as 5 by 7 on metal. If you want to make a lasting impression for yourself, your friends, your family, or for a client, head on over to Printique.com and order yourself some photo books or big ass metal prints today. First up, Canon has announced the development of Cadabra. What's Cadabra, you may be asking? Simple, a way to make your money go poof.
Where did that money go?
In Canon's words, Cadabra is a curated photography marketplace from Canon USA Inc. that offers a selection of digital art NFTs from innovative creators.
I don't know if it's art, but I like it.
The Cadabra marketplace aims to empower creators by connecting them to enthusiastic collectors who celebrate the art of photography through a shared appreciation for these digital artworks.
Shebangers!
NFTs? What is this, 2020? NFTs are still a joke. They were a joke when they were hot, and they are still a joke today. Why do I say that they are a joke? Because of quotes like this from a guy named Donnie Dinch in an interview with Petapixel. He says, NFTs offer photographers new opportunities to earn money. I think that that's the biggest reason, is that you can monetize yourself easier. It's called OnlyFans. It's called Patreon. Actually, giving someone some value, that's how you make money as a photographer. What? There's plenty of value in nudes, right, Dan? Not some bullshit perception of scarcity in the form of an NFT. Sell an actual print, something that someone can actually have or hang on their wall. Kind of like this Paris print of mine that's limited to 50 prints in 2023. And you can get yours at jaredpolin.com/store. Hey Canon, what are you thinking? Not only are you years late on this, but it's simply a dumb place to focus your energy. Someone's getting fired. Next up, there's some big news for photographers who only want a camera that shoots in black and white. And that big news is Pentax has unveiled their K3 Mark III monochrome DSLR. Just when you thought Pentax couldn't dig itself any deeper of a hole, they said, here, hold my shovel and let me get into my backhoe. Here I thought Canon was stupid for building an NFT market, but Pentax, you're taking the cake right now. The K3 Mark III monochrome is based off of another failed crop sensor Pentax camera, the K3 Mark III. The major differences between the two is one has a color sensor, the other has one designed specifically for black and white capture. Oh, and the monochrome version has its menus in grayscale, and where there were color buttons, they were now made different shades of gray. Ken Curry, the president of Ricoh Imaging, had this to say: the concept of monochrome-specific digital SLR camera attracted a great deal of attention and interest from photographers who participated in an online fan event held in November of 2021. So you took your cue from 12 people in the comment section? 12! Yeah, that's probably not a good move. Well, maybe they're onto something.
Not.
Because Leica announced the M11 monochrome rangefinder, a 60 megapixel digital camera with 256 gigs of internal storage, ISO range of 125 to 200,000, but doesn't have a Leica logo. What? How's anyone supposed to know you do CrossFit? Oh, that's right. You're gonna need to tell them that you do CrossFit. Kind of like this. Yeah, it's a Leica. Hey, are you a photographer? You wanna see my Leica? You wanna touch it? Now here's a photo I took in monochrome with the Leica M11 in Paris recently.
So impressed.
Exactly. I took it in color with the Canon R8, then converted it to black and white and saved thousands upon thousands of dollars. Anyway, if you think a Leica will make you a better photographer or look cooler, you can buy one right now for $9,200. Will you be ordering one?
No.
Did you know the Easter Bunny originated in Germany? Neither did I. That's just one of the fun facts you would have learned on last week's Raw Talk podcast. Now, if you're easily offended, maybe don't go listen to that episode. Nonetheless, new episodes come out every Friday wherever you get your podcasts. And finally, in a I didn't see that coming moment, Canon has announced an RF 100-300 f2.8. Yes, a 100-300 2.8 zoom lens. Now, Canon's a little late to this party, as Sigma had a 120-300 2.8 out about 18 years ago. 18! Though it wasn't exactly sharp at all. And a few years ago, Nikon hopped on board with a much better version of a 120-300 2.8, even though it was for the F mount and probably should have been for the Z. And here comes Canon with a true design from the ground up RF telephoto lens. Just look at this bad boy. It actually looks compact, or as compact as a lens that looks like this can be. Now, I haven't gotten my hands on this lens just yet, but here are some of the main specs. It clocks in at 12.7 inches long, which is basically, hold on, about this long. This isn't the actual lens, but that's about 12.7 inches because I measured. It weighs in at 5.8 pounds or 93.5 ounces, offers up to 6 stops of image stabilization, can take both a 1.4 and a 2x teleconverter, and has a 112 millimeter filter thread and a squeezy cap on the front. Now, for comparison's sake, the Nikon 120-300 weighed in at 7.15 pounds, which means if my math is correct, 5.8 pounds is less.
Duh.
Now, it is possible that this lens could be a handheld option so long as you've got these in your arsenal. That's right, we got Arsenal 1, Arsenal 2, and if not, you can always use the monopod. So who's this lens for? Simple, people who chose not to buy a monochrome Leica for $9,200, as they could have put all of that money towards the $9,500 price tag of the RF 100-300 2.8. Sure, that's a lot, but you're getting something super unique right here. It's gonna be a little short for baseball, pretty good for football, nice for soccer, basketball, volleyball, some news type of stuff, maybe some concerts in certain situations, and probably fashion shows because those people need that 100-300 that's a 2.8. Now, what would you shoot with something like that lens? And would you drop all that money on it? Let me know down below. And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.